Hello, people, and welcome to this tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to build how to simulate a Halo 4 style disintegration of something in Blender. So I opened Blender, and I'm on the version 2.69 right now. So if you don't have that, I'd recommend getting it, but for this tutorial I don't think you will need it. So I'm gonna delete this cube. Oh wait, so I'm going to turn this on. You don't have to, but this just adds this so you can see what buttons I'm pressing and stuff. So I'll delete this cube, and now I'm going to add this, but you can't add that normally. You'll need to go into user preferences and go to the add-ons and type in, I'm going to type in extra. So you're going to want the add curve extra objects. You want that checked, and then you can just exit that and go to curve extra objects and torus not plus. So there's that. Then if you hit Alt-C, and you can convert that to a mesh from a curve. So now it's like an object, basically a mesh object. So now we can start the disintegrating. So we're going to add a particle system over here. And so I'll just play the video, and you can see it's not disintegrating or anything really. So I'm going to change the lifetime to about 20 so that they disappear sooner, and then I'm gonna make the lifetime random kind of, so they don't all disappear, like they don't all have the same lifetime. And then I'm gonna make the end at about, let's say, 65. So it'll stop emitting the particles at frame 65. Then I'm gonna, have more particles, so 10 times more, so like that. But the object still isn't disintegrating, so for that, what you'll want to do is go to the modifiers and add an explode modifier, and then the object will disintegrate with the particles. So, but just to make it so we can see the object better, I'm going to get rid of the particles. So, nope, sorry, wrong button. Okay, so don't do what I just did. So go to render and then hit, is that no or none? Hit none. So, by the way, what I just did there, you don't need to do that. I just accidentally clicked and moved my thing. But you will need to hit none probably if you don't want the big particles flying around. So now we can start the video again. So Alt-A, or you can just press this play button, and you can see our object. But it's not, if you've seen Halo 4, they don't just stay there after it's disintegrated, as you can probably expect even if you haven't played Halo 4. So I'm gonna uncheck dead. So now when the particles are dead, they will disappear. But it's still not much like Halo 4, so we're going to add a particle texture. So make sure this is on here so that it's a texture for the particles. So you're going to want to add a texture, like I said. So click new, and then change this to blend. And then if you did this, it's kind of gonna act a little weird. Won't really look much like Halo 4. So I'm going to, you don't have to do this though. You can do any of these that you want, but the one that I found seems most like Halo 4 and coolest is radial. Then it'll kind of go around the thing. So that kind of glitched out on me. Hang on. Okay, let me try that again. That's usual, but okay, so it seems to be working. It looked kind of weird, but particles sometimes do that in the 3D view sometimes. I don't know why. But so, okay. So that seems to be good. And so I'm going to add a material now, because if you've seen Halo 4, when something disintegrates, it doesn't exactly just look like that. It kind of like glows where it's disintegrating and stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So first I'm going to make it so they don't fall. So I'm going to turn gravity down in the particle settings, down to 0 in the field weights. So now if we play that again, they're floating. So now I'm going to show you how to do the textures. So you don't have to do this, but I prefer to use cycles. So if you're new to cycles, then I'll just kind of help you see how to do it. So I'm gonna add a new material, sorry. And I'm gonna make it more gray. So there's that. And then, but it's still not glowing, as you can see. So what we're gonna do about that is we're going to go back into the modifiers and add a Solidify modifier, and then I'm going to change the thickness. See, what the Solidify does is it makes the object thick, pretty thick. See, so the pieces there are thick, and you want to make sure that these modifiers are in this order. The particle system is first, the explode is after, then the Solidify is after the explode. Otherwise it won't really work. So I like to, the thickness I prefer is 0.001. So it's kind of almost two-dimensional. So that's what I prefer. And then now to make it glow, but we don't want the whole thing to glow, just the parts that are disintegrating. So I'm going to make the inside of this glow, but not the outside. So I'm going to change this to 2, and then this to 1. And then, so now we need to add a material, because what this did was that means it's the second material that it'll use for the inside. So I'm going to click on this button and then add a new material, and as you can see, the inside has the new material, so I can change that to blue, and just those parts are blue. So to make it glow, I'm going to add an emission shader, and then I'm gonna have it reddish orange, but not totally at that edge there. So I'm gonna go here. So you don't want this saturation to be full, otherwise it won't be white on the inside and it won't really look right. So I'd recommend changing to the strength to 12. That seems to work pretty well for me. And then, so now if you render, I'm gonna render it here. So it looks a little better, but it's not glowing perfectly. So I'm going to go to the node editor, and then switch here to the scene nodes and click use nodes, and I'm just gonna drag this out here a little bit so we have room to add our node. So I'm gonna go to add, filter, and then glare. So hang on, it's kinda hard to see that, so I'm gonna just so that's what that node did there. So it still doesn't really look like Halo 4 though. So what I'm gonna do, what did I just click there? I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna do that again. So remember, don't hit M on accident, because that kind of messed something up. So there we go. So if you wanted, you could change the angle of these streaks things. So if you do 45, it'll be more of an X shape. So, or you could do ghosts if you wanted, which is kind of not the best either for this type of thing. Or you could do simple star. You can change the iterations if you want to. But then my favorite is the fog glow. So with the size at 9, I really like that. And then I'll change the quality to high, so it's high quality. And then that will take longer to like composite, but it looks better. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna change the background to black so we can see our object better. Then I'll render that again, and then you can see it's trying to composite with our glare filter, and there it is. So that's the end of this tutorial. Hope you liked it, and good luck.